In this video, I'm going to show you how to solve the equation cosine of 7 theta is equal to negative 0.3285, and we're going to do it on the interval from 0 to 2 pi, and we want the smallest two solutions on that interval. Now, because it says we're going to answer on the interval from 0 to 2 pi, I know that we have to make sure that we're in radians. So what we're looking for is what would I plug in to cosine so that I would get out negative 0.3285. Once I figure out what that would be, then I would divide by 7. So, for example, if I know I'm going to plug in, let's say 21 degrees, I'm just making something up. If I plug in cosine of 21 degrees and I get out the answer that I'm looking for, then I know theta would have to be 3, because 7 times 3 would give me 21. So I want to just figure out what would I plug in as a whole to get out negative 0.3285, and then whatever that is, I would divide by 7 to solve for theta. So I'm going to use inverse cosine on my calculator. So I'm going to do inverse cosine, making sure that I'm in radians. I'm going to plug in my ratio of negative 0.3285. So inverse cosine of negative 0.3285. And that's going to give me 1.905511327. And remember, since cosine has a period of 2 pi, I can also add any multiple or subtract any multiple of 2 pi and still get the answer negative 0.3285. Now, when we look at the unit circle, there are two places where cosine would be negative 0.3285. That would be somewhere here or somewhere here, because remember, cosine represents the x-coordinate, so we're looking to see where x would be negative on the unit circle. So I need to find this angle here, and then I also need to find this angle here. The angle in purple, we just found that. So my 7 theta would be 1.905511327 plus 2 pi k. Now I need to find my angle in green. So I need to find the difference between pi and my purple angle, which would be this that I just highlighted in orange. And then I'm going to add that to pi this way so I can find out how far open that green angle is. So I'm going to take pi, and I'm going to subtract 1.905511327. And so this orange angle is going to be 1.236081327. Which means this orange angle here is the same by symmetry, so I'm going to take pi and add 1.236081327 to pi. So I know my green angle, the whole thing opens up, and it would be 4.377673981. And again, of course, you want to take into consideration that we can have multiples of pi and still get that same ratio of negative 0.3285. Now, to figure out what theta is, we're going to divide everything by 7. Same thing for the green angle. I'm going to divide everything by 7 so I can figure out what theta is. And because the question is asking for the smallest two solutions, we are going to let for both of these, k be equal to 0. We don't want any multiples. We want it on the first rotation. So if I let k be 0, then I don't have to consider this term here. I'm just going to cross it off. And I just need to take 1.905511,327 and divide by 7. That's going to give me, that's going to give me that my purple angle is going to be 0.2722159039. Now for my green angle, the same thing. For my second angle, if I let k be 0, I don't need to consider all the multiples. I just want to do this on the first rotation. So I'm going to take 4.377673981, and I'm going to divide by 7. So this angle will be 0.625381973, and these are both in radians. So you just have to read the question to see how the question would like you to round it. Now if it said all solutions, you would want to make sure that you leave that 2 pi k in there so that you consider every multiple of 2 pi k. However, since it's asking for the smallest two rotations, or the smallest two solutions, we want k to be 0, so that we're just looking at the first rotation and we're not adding or subtracting any multiples to that angle.